I have sat in that HR office. I have been the person who went in frustrated, said too much, and walked out not realizing what I had just done. I have also spent 25 years watching colleagues do the same thing. Good people, smart people, people who worked harder than anyone else in the building, and they handed HR exactly what was needed to sideline them. Not because they were wrong, because they did not understand the room they were sitting in. That is what we are fixing today. I have spent 25 years in corporate America, and I am telling you what most people learn too late. Subscribe if you want to protect yourself at work. Now, let me show you what I mean. Because here's something I wish someone had sat me down and explained in my first year. HR is not your friend at work. They are also not your enemy. They are the company's first line of defense. Their job, the actual job they are paid to do, is to protect the organization from liability. That means when you walk in there upset, overwhelmed, or frustrated, they are not hearing your story the way a friend would. They are listening for risk. They are sorting what you say into categories. And they are writing it down. I do not say this to scare you. I say this because I have watched too many capable people walk into that office thinking they were having a conversation and walk out having created a paper trail. The room looks like a safe space. It is not a safe space. It is a professional environment with professional consequences. And once you understand that, you can stop being blindsided by it. Here are 15 things people say to HR all the time, things that feel completely reasonable in the moment, and what actually happens after you say them. Number 1, do not say, I am overwhelmed and stressed. I understand why people say this. When the workload is unmanageable, you want someone in authority to know. But what gets logged is not your workload. What gets logged is that you are struggling to manage your responsibilities. That distinction matters more than you think. Number 2, do not say, this is not fair. 25 years in, I can tell you, fairness is real and workplace fairness matters deeply. But the moment you say those words to HR, you are no longer being heard as someone raising a legitimate concern. Document what happened. Bring the facts. Leave the word fair out of it entirely. Number 3, do not say, my manager is the problem. This one I want you to be very careful with. There are absolutely situations that require formal reporting. Harassment, retaliation, discrimination. Those must be reported. But HR does not keep that conversation private. They loop your manager in, and now your manager knows you went to HR. Go in only when you have specifics. Go in with documentation. Go in prepared. Number 4, do not say, I am thinking about quitting. I have seen this one end careers faster than almost anything else. What they hear is, start transition planning. This person is a flight risk. You stop being someone they invest in. You become someone they are quietly preparing to replace. Keep that between you and your journal until you are ready to act on it. Number 5, do not say, everyone else agrees with me. It sounds like solidarity. It sounds like you are not alone. What HR hears is, this employee may be organizing dissent, disruption risk. Let your complaint stand on its own. Unnamed allies weaken your position. Number 6, do not say, I did not know. Early in my career, I said this more than I should have. In a workplace context, not knowing something is never a neutral statement. Take accountability, redirect immediately to resolution. Tell them what you are doing to fix it. Number 7, do not say, I am not happy here. I hear this from people who are genuinely struggling, who have given so much and feel it has not been returned. But HR logs it as disengagement, and disengaged employees are managed toward an exit. Address the specific cause. Do not hand HR a summary conclusion. Number 8, Do not say, I am dealing with personal issues. People say this hoping for a little grace, a little breathing room. But say it casually. What it creates is a question mark over your reliability. If you need support, request it properly. An informal mention opens a file without opening a solution. Number 9, do not say, that is not my job. Knowing your scope is smart. Boundaries at work are legitimate. But this phrase gets logged as unwilling to be flexible, not a team player. Instead, try, I want to make sure everything gets handled well. Can we talk about priorities so nothing falls through? Same message, completely different record. Number 10, do not say, I deserve a promotion. 25 years in, here's what I know about corporate promotions. Nobody gets what they deserve. They get what can be justified. Come with data. Come with impact. Make them justify saying yes. Number 11, do not say, I have been here longer than them. Tenure matters. Experience is real. But this sentence every single time lands as resistance to change. Frame your years as perspective and institutional knowledge, not as a claim. Number 12, do not say, I do not trust leadership. I understand the feeling. I have felt it myself. But organizations are structured to protect their leadership layer above almost everything else. When you say you do not trust leadership, you are telling HR you operate outside the trust structure. That gets logged as a culture risk. Number 13, do not say, I was just being honest. I have said this myself, probably more than once. What HR hears is poor judgment, does not understand the impact of their words. The move that protects you. I understand that did not land the way I intended. Here is how I will approach it differently. Number 14, do not say, I am going to sue. If you have been genuinely wronged, I am not dismissing that. But the moment those words are spoken, the company goes into legal protection mode. You stop being an employee with a concern. You become a legal exposure. If there is a real legal issue, your first call is to an employment attorney, not HR number 15. Do not say, can this stay between us? In 25 years, I have never once seen HR keep something truly between themselves and an employee. They have reporting obligations. They answer to people above them. The moment you share something in that office, it belongs to the organization. The question is whether you are prepared for that information to travel, because it will. If you look at all 15 of those, you will notice something. None of them are unreasonable things to feel. But here's what I learned the hard way, and what I want you to understand clearly. You feel it in human language. HR records it in corporate language. Overwhelmed becomes performance concern. Frustrated becomes emotional liability. Honest becomes poor judgment. And the corporate translation is the one that follows you. Not the feeling, the record. 3 things I want you to take from this. Speak in facts, not feelings, not I feel invisible. Say, I have delivered X, Y, and Z this quarter, and I would like to discuss how that is reflected in my trajectory. Keep your language neutral. Emotional language gets categorized. Neutral language stays on your terms. Never respond immediately. HR conversations are not casual. Think about how what you are about to say will read in a document. Clarity is your protection at work. Venting is a liability. Most people figure this out too late. After a conversation that went sideways, after a record was built they did not know existed. You do not have to learn it that way. The corporate world has rules that nobody puts in the handbook. I am putting them here. I have spent 25 years in corporate America, and I am telling you what most people learn too late. Subscribe if you want to protect yourself at work. Have you ever said something to HR that came back to haunt you? Or do you know someone who did? Drop it below. You are not alone. And your story might be exactly what someone else needs to hear.